Do you dream of living on a small sailboat? The minimalism, the everything you need and nothing that you don't. The very affordable, inexpensive lifestyle that sailing can give you by calling a small sailboat your home, but also sailing that home from place to place, safely and possibly around the whole planet. If you have that dream, today we're covering 3 very affordable but very safe boats that you can use to go and live on today, but bring your tools. In the spirit of go small, go simple, go now, I've always lived my life like I might not live forever, working until retirement at near 70, hoping to have enough time left to go see the world, always sounded crazy to me. Thus, that go small, go simple, go now philosophy, coined by the parties, really resonates with me, really a lot. And to do that, we would need a relatively small and fairly cheap boat. And today we've got 3 top-tier world cruisers, 2 30-footers and a 28. But disclaimer, because they have to be fully capable of sailing around the world and keep you safe, but also still be a little cheaper, they're going to be older. Bring your can-do attitude and energy, and let's check these out. First, a Bubba 30. These range in price from perfectly restored examples for as much as $100,000 to a needs workboat for as little as about 15. The Bubba 30 sailboat is a classic cruising yacht known for its traditional design, solid construction, and blue water capabilities. First introduced in the late 1970s, the Bubba 30 was designed by the renowned naval architect Robert Perry and built primarily in Taiwan at the Ta Shing Yacht Building Company. The boat quickly gained a reputation among serious cruisers for its seaworthiness, comfort, and charm. Smaller charm, but charm nonetheless, characteristics that have helped it remain popular for decades after production stopped. One of the defining features of the Bubba 30 is its full keel and heavy displacement, which provides excellent stability and tracking straight when you're sailing across an ocean. Especially in those offshore conditions, this really rings true. The boat measures 30 feet in length with a beam of about 10 feet and a displacement of around 12,500 pounds. Carries 4,500 pounds of ballast, giving it a high ballast to displacement ratio, which is what we want in an offshore boat. That enhances its ability to handle the rough seas. The design is a cutter-rigged sloop, offering flexibility in the sail plan and an ease of balance in varying wind conditions. Definitely what you want if you're solo sailing out there in the ocean. With a bowsprit extending the sail area and a moderate sail plan, the Bubba 30 is known more for its ability to endure long passages rather than for its ability to be a race car. It's not a racer, but rather a reliable and forgiving cruiser. It'll take care of you, ideal for single-handers or couples seeking adventure over the horizon. This is one of those boats that sort of gives meaning to that thing they always say, the boat can handle more than the crew. So even when you're scared, the boat's not. The aesthetics of the Bubba 30 are distinctly traditional. The boat features a canoe stern, so smaller cockpit, wooden bowsprit, and extensive teak detailing, including cap rails, handrails, and often a teak deck. The craftsmanship, particularly on earlier models, is of very high quality. Many owners appreciate the classic lines and the charm of the heavy, handcrafted joinery that gives the Bubba 30 a warm, homely interior feel. Below deck, the Bubba 30 makes efficient use of space. The interior typically includes a V-berth forward, a compact head, a saloon with opposite settees, a small but functional galley, and often a quarter berth aft. The interior is finished in rich teak. This is from the days when teak was plentiful, with solid cabinetry and thoughtful storage everywhere. While space is limited by modern standards, the layout is practical and comfortable for extended cruising if you can tolerate the size of the interior. One of the Bubba 30's standout qualities is definitely its blue water capability. Most of these boats have completed ocean crossings and circumnavigations, which speaks volumes about their build quality and design as they get older. Owners often cite the boat's solid fiberglass hull, strong rigging, and overbuilt components as contributing factors to their confidence in challenging conditions. Though no longer in production, the Bubba 30 maintains a loyal following. There's a strong owners community online, providing support, advice, and a sense of camaraderie. On the used market, these boats hold their value well, with prices reflecting their durability and reputation. The Bubba 30 is really a timeless small cruiser with a strong pedigree. It's ideal for sailors who value traditional design, solid construction, and offshore capability instead of modern styling and speed. For those looking to sail far away and live simply, the Bubba 30 gives you a proven and endearing choice. Next up, my personal favorite, if you've watched this channel at all in the last 5 years, the small ocean goer, the Alberg 30. This boat was made famous by Yves Gelina when he sailed one around the world, and I recently chatted with the incredible solo sailor, open ocean sailor, John Stone, about this whole topic over on the Practical Sailor channel. I'll link that video up top. It's a great time with two sailors just talking about boats. Definitely worth checking out if you're into this kind of stuff. But the Alberg 30 is a beloved classic among cruising sailboats, a design that has withstood the test of time thanks to its seaworthiness, its straightforward systems, and timeless lines. Conceived by the Swedish-American naval architect Carl Alberg back in 1962 and built primarily by Whitby Boatworks in Ontario, Canada between 62 and 68, with a handful of later builds until other yards sort of changed the name and kept building the same design. The Alberg 30 quickly earned a reputation as an honest, blue water capable cruiser for couples or small crews or solo sailors. At 29'5" overall with a 9'6" beam and a draft of 4'3", the Alberg 30 strikes a balance between manageable size and comfortable accommodations. Displacement is a hardy 8,500, carrying 3,400 pounds of encapsulated lead ballast. This heavy displacement full keel configuration contributes to a gentle motion at sea, excellent directional stability for ocean crossing, and forgiving handling in the heavier weather. While it's not a racer, the Alberg 30's long underwater profile tacks straight through waves, instilling confidence in offshore conditions. Rigged as a masthead sloop, the Alberg 30 sports a modest sail area, around 452 square feet, with a single headsail and mainsail. The simple rig makes sail handling manageable for short-handed or solo crew. Sheets all fall within easy reach of the cockpit, and the lack of complicated winch configurations means fewer potential failure points. Many owners favor classic Dacron sails for these boats, though modern laminates and a roller furling headsail can bring the boat up to date while retaining its reliable nature. Aesthetically, the Alberg 30 evokes the golden age of fiberglass boat building. Its sheer line sweeps gracefully from the robust bow to overhung counterstern, and the pram bow overhang hints at traditional wooden yachts. Bright work is kept to a minimum on this boat though, a narrow tow rail, simple wooden handrails, and a modest rub rail accent the otherwise fairly clean fiberglass lines. The cockpit is deep and secure and ideal for offshore work, while the deck features a gentle enough camber to shed water pretty quickly. Below decks, the Alberg 30 maximizes its relatively small, modest beam. Forward, a small V-berth and a hanging locker give way to a compact quarter berth tucked under the cockpit sole. The main cabin includes opposing settees and doubles as sea berths, with a fold-down table nestled to port. The galley to starboard, just forward of the companionway, consists of a 2-burner stove, top-loading icebox, and under-mounted sink. Freshwater capacity is usually only about 18 gallons. Opposite, the chart table also serves as a navigation station. The head compartment is forward to port, small but functional. Teak veneer joinery and mahogany trim lend warmth below, although interior volumes are modest by today's standards. This is that cave effect we always talk about. Perhaps the greatest testament to the Alberg 30's pedigree is the number of ocean passages and circumnavigations aboard these hulls. Their robust fiberglass layup, encapsulated ballast, and overbuilt chain plates and rigging inspire confidence in blue water sailors. It has for decades. Maintenance is very straightforward and systems are just uncomplicated. Today, the Alberg 30 enjoys a vibrant owners community. Enthusiasts share restoration tips, rigging upgrades, and cruising stories on dedicated forums, as well as regional rendezvous if you have one of these boats. Well-maintained examples command respectable values on the used market, a testament to their enduring appeal. For sailors seeking a classic pocket cruiser whose design heritage emphasizes seaworthiness, simplicity, and charm, the Alberg 30 remains a standout choice. even more than half a century after she came out. You can pick up an Alberg 30 that needs work for free just about anywhere in the world, or you can find one that someone has sitting in a barn for a couple $1,000s, or get a fully restored one, usually for about 60 grand. Our third boat, and maybe the fan favorite today, the mighty Bristol Channel Cutter. Now, most of these are on the west coast because that's where they were made, but occasionally they show up on the east. They range in price from 10 to 20 grand for a not so good one to upwards of 100 grand for an excellent example. The Bristol Channel Cutter 28 is a legendary blue water cruiser designed by Lyle Hess and built with traditional lines, robust construction, and an uncompromising focus on offshore cruising. The first one was introduced in the 70s and popularized through the adventures of sailors like Lynn and Larry Pardey. The 28 is widely regarded as one of the finest small ocean-going sailboats ever built. At 28 feet overall, 32 with a bowsprit, the 28 combines classic design with remarkable seaworthiness. Its beam is about 10 feet and it has a full displacement of around 14,000 pounds, which is quite heavy for its size. The boat carries over 4,600 pounds of lead ballast, giving it a high ballast to displacement ratio, which translates to strong riding ability and comfort in heavy seas. The full keel with an attached rudder provides directional stability, strength, and excellent tracking on the open ocean. Designed as a cutter rig, the 28 features a mainsail, staysail, and jib set on a long bowsprit. That sail configuration that's highly versatile, especially for offshore sailing, allowing for easy reefing and balancing the boat in different wind conditions. The rig is simple and strong, often with traditional material like bronze hardware and wooden blocks, emphasizing reliability over convenience or speed. What sets the Bristol Channel Cutter apart from many other boats in its class is its construction quality. Early models were built by the Sam L. Morse Company in Costa Mesa, California, known for meticulous craftsmanship and overbuilding everything to ridiculous standards. Hulls were made of thick, hand-laid fiberglass with full-length stringers and structural bulkheads bonded directly to the hull. Decks were typically fiberglass sandwich construction, often with teak overlays. This level of craftsmanship makes the Bristol Channel Cutter 28 not only durable, but also easier to maintain over decades of serious cruising. The interior layout is a model of functional efficiency. Though it's compact, it's intelligently arranged for offshore living. Typically, the layout includes a V-berth forward, a head with a manual toilet, a galley to port with a 2-burner stove and deep sink, and a nav station to starboard. The saloon features settees that double as sea berths and a solid dining table. Storage is generous for its size with numerous lockers, drawers, and bins designed to secure items while you're underway. The interior finish usually includes a rich use of teak or mahogany with bronze fittings and white tongue and groove bulkheads, giving it a warm, traditional aesthetic. While the 28 is not fast, its hull speed is modest. It shines in its ability to keep moving steadily and safely in the worst conditions. The sea-kindly motion and structural integrity allow sailors to make long passages with confidence. Many 28s have crossed oceans, and the design has an almost cult-like following amongst the serious cruisers. Today, the Bristol Channel Cutter 28 is revered as a classic among traditional yachts. Though no longer in production, obviously, existing boats are highly sought after and often sell for premium prices. For sailors who value self-reliance, traditional sailing, and proven offshore performance in a compact package, the 28 remains one of the most capable and admired small cruising boats ever made. What's your go-to small cruising sailboat? These are sort of my top 3, and there are a lot more. Love to hear from you in the comments. Let's have a discussion about these capable little boats. Also, if you like this topic, please hit the thumbs up so I know you're here. The mission here at Lady K Sailing has always been to get more people sailing more easily, and I sure couldn't do it without you. A big shout out to the team of patrons who, for as little as a couple of bucks an episode, make these videos possible. I love getting more people sailing more easily, and if you want to help me do that, please consider becoming a patron. Until next time, friends, keep the heavy side down, but not too far down. I love you guys.